A heavy blast of heat hits your face, carrying the sharp, unmistakable sting of toasted garlic, melting butter, and charred flour. It is 1973 in Queens, New York, and a clever pizzaiolo realizes that throwing away scrap pizza dough is throwing away money. By twisting those leftover strips, baking them blistered hot, and drowning them in garlic oil, the iconic garlic knot was born. Today, we are elevating this pizzeria cheapie into a culinary masterpiece. The foundation of a perfect knot is a 65% hydration pizza dough with strong gluten development. In a stand mixer, combine 500 grams, or 17.5 ounces, of bread flour, 10 grams, or 2 teaspoons, of fine sea salt, and 3 grams, or half a teaspoon, of instant yeast. Slowly stream in 325 milliliters, or 1 1/3 cups, of ice-cold water. Mix on low for 8 minutes until the dough clears the bowl. Transfer to an oiled container, cover tightly, and cold ferment in the refrigerator at 4 degrees Celsius or 39 degrees Fahrenheit for exactly 48 hours. After 48 hours, bring your dough to room temperature for exactly 2 hours. Punch it down gently. You do not want to lose all those beautiful bubbles. Roll the dough into a rectangle about 1.5 centimeters, or half an inch, thick. Using a bench scraper, cut strips that are 15 centimeters, or 6 inches, long, and 2.5 centimeters, or 1 inch, wide. Now, the tying. Gently tie each strip into a simple overhand knot. Do not pull it tight. Leave it loose so it can expand in the oven. Place the knots on a parchment-lined baking sheet, cover with a damp towel, and let them proof for 45 minutes until they puff up by about 50%. While the knots proof, preheat your oven with a baking steel or stone placed on the middle rack. You need aggressive, radiant heat. Set the oven to 260 degrees Celsius or 500 degrees Fahrenheit and let it preheat for a full 60 minutes. Right before loading the knots, place a shallow pan with half a cup of boiling water on the bottom rack to create a burst of steam. Slide the parchment directly onto the baking steel. Bake for exactly 8 minutes. The knots must be tossed while they are screaming hot, so prepare the garlic coating during that 8-minute bake. In a wide skillet over medium-low heat, melt 115 grams, or half a cup, of unsalted butter with 60 milliliters, or a quarter cup, of extra virgin olive oil. Add 30 grams, or 8 cloves, of finely minced fresh garlic, never powder. Cook for exactly 2 minutes at around 90 degrees Celsius or 195 degrees Fahrenheit, just until fragrant. If the garlic browns, it turns better. Take it off the heat immediately. Stir in 10 grams, or a quarter cup, of finely chopped flat leaf parsley and a heavy pinch of sea salt. The science of flavor absorption requires immediate action. The second those knots come out of the oven, transfer them into a large stainless steel bowl. Immediately pour the hot garlic butter oil mixture over them. Toss vigorously for 60 seconds. The residual heat of the knots, still sitting around 80 degrees Celsius or 175 degrees Fahrenheit, forces the butter and garlic oils to penetrate the rapidly cooling crust rather than just sliding off. After tossing, let them rest in the bowl for exactly 3 minutes so the fat fully absorbs. Finish by grating 30 grams or 1 ounce of aged Parmigiano Reggiano directly over the top. A true garlic knot needs a bright, acidic marinara to cut through that rich butter. For a quick dipping sauce, crush 400 grams, or 14 ounces, of San Marzano tomatoes by hand. Simmer them in a small saucepan with 15 milliliters, or 1 tablespoon, of olive oil and a whole sprig of basil for exactly 15 minutes over medium heat, around 100 degrees Celsius or 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Season with salt. Serve the knots immediately in a paper-lined basket. The crust should shatter slightly when you bite into it, giving way to an impossibly fluffy, garlic-soaked center. This is the taste of a real New York slice shop. 3 takeaways for perfecting the ultimate garlic knot. First, treat the dough with respect. A 65% hydration with a 48-hour cold ferment builds the essential flavor and chew. Second, the bake requires maximum heat, 260 degrees Celsius or 500 degrees Fahrenheit, on a preheated steel for exactly 8 minutes to achieve that signature micro-blistered crust. Third, the coating is a precise emulsion of butter, olive oil, and gently warmed garlic, tossed the literal second the knots leave the oven so the fats absorb rather than pool.